I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind, out of sight and out of mind. No
Hello everybody and welcome to the latest Elite FPL watch-along stream. I only doing this because I know for fact that I'd be only listening to the radio anyway, listening into what's going on, so I just thought, why not just stream about it instead? Yeah, good evening everybody. Obviously it's very, very important, this really important, this game. It has kicked off. The big news, I suppose, is the fact that Kevin De Bruyne hasn't started. I'm assuming he comes on the usual time of 60-65 minutes, but there is actually a small chance he may not even play. He may not even come on. A chance, unlikely. But obviously it's depending on how this game goes, and I mean, get your predictions in the chat if you want. I think I went with in fact I know I went with 3-1 to Man City. It's nice that the game's kicking off at 7:30. Yeah, it's nice that the game's kicked off at 7:30. And also the fact it's on a Tuesday. Obviously the game tomorrow evening between Liverpool and Luton, where Adebayo has been ruled out for definite. Jota, definitely. I don't think Nunes plays. Salah, Salah's rumours that he may not even play the final. I don't know how convincing that news is, but from my personal point of view, it's all about Walker tonight. Walker and Tony tonight. I'd rather Walker get a clean sheet. Personally, is here we go with Haaland. Oh yeah, I've got Flecken. I forgot about that. Let's just say hello to a few people in chat. I would say no spoilers, but I think I'm probably going to be ahead of everybody. But yeah, Andrew Ferguson has sent in about 800,000 messages. I have no idea why he's done this, but thank you for your copy and pasting everything. Afternoon, Harry. PK7, good evening, pal. Genius Gamer, Denver PM, Jonathan Mahoney, Danish, Adam, Connor, good afternoon. Andrew saying 3-1 to Man City. Lucas Dunn saying, I'm glad I didn't take people's advice on getting Ake. Thing is, I was talking about this on... Oh, Ake's not playing either. Ake's not playing tonight. Is he not? Well, obviously he's not because Aleka has said he's not. Oh, well. God, that'd be fantastic. I'm actually just, from a Premier League point of view, hoping Brentford win tonight. From a Premier League point of view, I really hope Brentford win tonight. But it's highly unlikely. Brentford away from home are abysmal. And I mean abysmal. But could you imagine if the likes of Kevin De Bruyne or Ake don't even come on? I mean, Harry Dawson saying this is peak FPL. I mean, these are some of the teams that you can rely on, really, in Man City and Liverpool. And, well, I say that. Of course, Man City known for the rotation, but it's not as bad as what people make out. And yeah, Ake not playing I generally didn't realise until literally just now. Yeah, Brentford away from home are just abysmal. 15th in the table away from home. 1-3, drawn 1, lost 7. Only conceded 16, and that was the majority of those, if you remember from Sunday Surgery, is over the last 6 fixtures. So they seem to be conceding lots of goals just now. I've actually just been listening to FPL Juice, funny enough, and very interesting what they were saying about the loss of Pinnock. Apparently Pinnock is a big loss. Oh yeah, Bob is playing, isn't he? Bob. A lot of work with the kanji at the moment. All camped on the edge of the box. Who's literally relying on me tonight, telling you what's going on? It's a juice raid. Welcome to this shower of garbage. No, welcome everybody. Welcome tuning in to the Man City versus Brentford watch along. Very important. Hold on. Very important game tonight, as we all know, especially in the various Elite FPL mini leagues, and certainly from the point of view regarding me and Jason. I mean, he's got triple captain on De Bruyne. I didn't bother using the triple captaincy chip. I'm seriously thinking of using it in. I'm seriously thinking of using it in the Solanke, on Solanke. Hold on. Oh, Foden. Wouldn't that be ironic? Foden coming through with a double-digit all today. He's playing on the right today. So I'm assuming it's him on the right, Alvarez through the middle, and Bob is definitely on the left. Is Doku playing tonight? I'm just going to go for the team. I actually don't even know what the teams are. Apparently the strike was magnificent, as Stuart Pearce says. Oh, yeah, oh. Doku isn't playing. Oh, Alex Volo. Oh yeah, thank you to Alex Volo, of course, for doing this magnificent thumbnail, but no Doku for him tonight. That's his captain as well. Brilliant. Well done, Alex. I will be catching up with you. Oh, God almighty. There's the thing about this channel, to be honest with you. Because we take the rivalry so seriously, when things like this happen, you just have to laugh. So it's Edison in goal, Walker, Stones, Diaz. Oh, Stones is playing centre-back. Akanji, Rodri, Silva. Silva in midfield, along with Rodri, and then Foden, Alvarez, Bob, and then Haaland. Up top, and Flecken, me, Asia, and Zanka. Roslev, Regulon on the right and left wings. Janelt Norgard, Onyeka, Tony, and Weiser. Actually, it was funny because when I was listening into Juice, I was just constantly doing impressions of of Trophy. You know what I mean? That's what Mo says. You get me? Yeah, but tell me something, Oscar. Oh, God. Don't you dare tell me, Oscar. Oh, God. I wonder if Mo will do a Tom. Can I have a word with you, mate, about my impression? Yeah, sure, mate. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, that's how much of a loser I am. Doing impressions in the car of streamers that I listen to. Although, funny, talking of Oscar Focal. Yeah, my name's Oscar, Steve. Yeah. And on Brentford at the moment. Well, they've got it cleared. Brentford were causing Man City a few problems just a second ago. Yeah, Oscar, he does really look like Palmer, doesn't he? But there's another player that Palmer looks like as well. That's a question for FPL Juice. What football players look like your mates? So we got Oscar that looks like Palmer, Cy Bellamy that looks like Regulon. There are a few other people I can think of in the FPL world that look like certain individuals. I can't think right now. Hold on. Tony Intervisa. Oh. Tony Intervisa. I think it may have came out to Regulon. Sign. Potentially something. Cheers, Harry. Oh, by the way, thank you, Harry, for becoming a Patreon today. You didn't have to, but appreciate that. I did see the notification come through. Oh, the Chris Tarrant impression. I was doing that literally today to Ray. Chris Tarrant here. Your friend's doing rather well. It's ridiculous. I remember doing that impression all day to myself, just laughing my head off. It's like David Brent says, and they're cracking up. They'll tell you. Because there was nothing malicious. Nothing vicious. I could have done something about his withery hand. Didn't mention it. Any Office fans here? Although talking of Office/extras, I was laughing my head off doing the Extras podcast yesterday. Specifically the bit with Andy Millman and Darren Lamb. And Andy Millman getting really, really frustrated where Steve Merchant's just like... What day is it today? 30th? 31st? Oh, I'm on the wrong day. Just go on my Twitter. Sorry, X account. So I'm like Brentford at the moment are kind of giving Man City a game, and to be credit where credit's due, remember, hold on. Oh, Walker. But Brentford clear. Well, we've had 13 minutes. Still 0-0. The big question is, when does Kevin De Bruyne come on? Again, I'm guessing the 65th minute. Maybe earlier, could be the 55th minute, depending on how well... Oh, Tony played in behind. Is Man City on the attack? On to Bob. Bob charging forward. Gets back to Silva. And Brentford now control the Man City attack. Is Silva on the ball again. Back onto Bob. They're coming forward. Getting onto Foden. They're just playing it around. At the moment. I haven't heard Haaland's name yet. I think it's just the usual thing. I think Brentford are just... Could you imagine if this ended 0-0? I would be jumping for the sky. If it ends 0-0, I would be jumping for the moon with Flecken and Walker. That would be a miracle. Has Jason reacted to the KDB bench? And to be completely honest with you, I don't even think he even cares. These are an individual who is very, 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 very busy at the moment. Geordie Kev, good evening, mate. I prefer the stuff you do about the claw, yeah. Oh, Nunes has been confirmed not playing tomorrow. Let's hope he's okay for Sunday. Yeah, so do I. Animation saying these streams are great as the game isn't on, and it's got good vibes. Yeah, I prefer just getting straight into it and not having to wait around for hours to do a stream. I just want to come in from work, literally throw on a vest, and just get on with it. And because I've just listened to... Well, I say listen, I mean I'll be listening on the replay tomorrow, but because I was listening into Juice, it means that I can just kind of be in the mood already rather than be thinking about work or whatever. Not that work gives me much stress, to be honest with you. It's nothing like Tesco, as you all know. But because I'm not stressing from Tesco or anything, because it's such a short journey home, I can just literally just hit the laptop on and just crack on with it. There is nothing happening in the game, by the way, which is kind of good, but I still am predicting that Haaland gets a double-digit haul tonight, or more specifically, 2 attacking returns, whether that's 2 assists, 2 goals, goal and assist. I'm still predicting Man City to have a pretty comfortable victory, even though so far Brentford have. Brentford charging forward on the left-hand side. On. Oh. Sounding like Regulon. Regulon seems to be doing all over the place. I think, is it Firetog that owns Regulon? Is it Regulon that's Firetog's got? Now Brentford are trying to get back into shape. Man City going forward. Rodri specifically. All passing it around. Trying to find Haaland, but by all accounts Brentford are doing very, 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 very well defensively. Marcus saying I did Watkins to Nunes for a hit. Lucas saying only positive I don't own KDB or Ake, and he's top 30k. Denver thinking that if Chelsea lose the cup final, then Poch is gone surely. I don't think he's gone. Just ridiculous sacking managers left, right and centre. It's when I was listening into the Turfcast today, and they're talking about Burnley and everything that company's done for us and what the project is and everything, and they're really, really... There's been a foul on the edge of the box by... There's a free kick to Brentford on the edge of the box for Brentford. Diaz on Onyeka. So I'll tell you what, Tony, if he takes this free kick, there's a chance. Could have a chance on goal and maybe score. So apparently the foul happened on the edge of the box. Diaz on Onyeka. Seems like Brentford's plan is going well so far. It's going to be Tony. I'm hoping there are people quite literally relying. I hope people are watching something else and just relying on me. That'd be really nice to know there are people actually relying on me. Here we go, the whistle's being blown. Oh, Regulon onto Tony. It sounds like Edison. Oh, it misses just. Tony coming closest so far. So far. Losing to Liverpool, as Harry's saying, will not get him the sack. FPL Harry is genuinely relying on me, along with animations. Max Roberts saying, I'm watching the big game. Obviously, that's Hull. Hull. Apparently, Zarora's not having that great a time, apparently, Max, which is annoying. Carl is relying on me as well. Marcus is relying on me. What are you doing? All right, then the question for you then, if you are relying on me, what are you doing instead? What are you actually doing right now instead of, rather than listen to whatever means? Because normally, if I've got a stream on like this, I would probably be... Well, actually, I tell a lie. If I knew that I was the only watch along doing this, I'd be having this on the big TV. And I'd be relying on me to be making sure that I'm keeping everybody up to date with what bloody hell's going on. But Man City... You know a minute? Haaland on the silver. Oh. It's okay, he's gone out for a corner. Ruslav has just cleared the ball out for a corner, so Man City have a corner. It'll be on corners, Silver, won't it? It'll be Silver on the set pieces. Maybe Foden, potentially. Silver. Flecken's grabbed it. Flecken has grabbed it. It's all calm. Watching the Great British Menu, Harry is saying. Good evening, Dan. Kev's at work, sanding a house down, got you in the headphones. Oh, that's fantastic. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh, I think Tony's just been offside. Watching Little House on the Prairie, my kids. Do you remember that? Evening Dan, and that's Dan as in FPL. In fact, we've got FPL fella Dan, we've got Danny Boy, we've got your social media assistant Dan. Champions League. Champions League is on tonight, isn't it? The big Champions League game. Oh yeah, for Arsenal, of course. I forgot about that. Well, as it stands right now, every single Brentford defender are just sitting back and making sure they're doing their jobs. They're all making sure they're doing their jobs. And it's just back to Flecken, who's cleared it. Oh, Southampton are at home to Hull. That's who Max is watching. Just saying here that the reason why it's such a threat with Tony and Risa is because they just easily hold it up and they're able to interchange with one another and trying to flick it on. So far, I'll say this, that Man City have only come close once with a Foden effort, and if I'm honest, it sounds to me like Brentford are more threatening. It sounds to me like Brentford are more on top of this game. So Brentford are more on top. Andrew Ferguson saying I need points from Haaland, Foden, De Bruyne and Tony. Well, you've got a minimum of 2 from Haaland, Foden and Tony, minimum. Max Roberts saying Zaroury nearly scored from 30 yards. That's what he does. He likes to take a shot. He likes to find players. He likes to find players in the right places. He likes to put balls into the box. He likes a shot if he wants to. He is a... Hold a minute. Alvarez at the ball at the moment. From Edison. Walker's coming into play to help out Alvarez. Now we've got Silva. Oh, we're just playing it around again. Rodri and Silva. Is this going to be one of these frustrating nights for Man City where they come away with a 1-0 victory? Thanks to a Silva goal and a Rodri assist. Imagine that. Imagine that. Dan saying, I was stressed about getting Kevin De Bruyne in. I nearly did a -8. Denver's saying, Alvarez doubled and Steve-O, you can have my mug that I won from FPL Juice. I've already got about 3 of their mugs. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne will come on. Especially if this game is 0-0 at half time and Pep Guardiola isn't happy with how it's all playing, he'll come on at half time. Alan's been fouled. Hold on. Oh, Alvarez shooting over the bar. Are Liverpool and Arsenal serious title contenders? Will Man City run away? Of course they're serious title contenders. I think Liverpool are. It's just a shame about their injuries. It's a damn shame that their injuries, like with the likes of Jota, Nunez, Thiago, Trent, these are key players to Liverpool. Alisson's another one. They're fighting on all fronts here, Liverpool. And it's such a shame that they're going into the final with certain players potentially missing. I'm hoping Salah does play against Chelsea. I'm hoping it's just precautionary, him not playing tomorrow. That's the hope. Paul saying, some of these chances Brentford are wasting are pathetic. Yeah, unfortunately, when it comes to the big teams, you have to take every opportunity you can because you only get a certain amount. And if you're not going to take them, you're screwed, basically. You're absolutely screwed if you don't take any of them. But here is Rodri charging forward. Gets over to Silva. Now Bob's on the ball. Here we go, he's charging forward. Oh. Trying to get the ball in. Now somehow Tony's got the ball. No. Alvarez with an effort, but it's gone miles away. Pep Guardiola is not happy. After 29, are we getting Salah in? Or Diaz? Forget Diaz. I'm not interested in Diaz in the slightest. Just can't finish. That's his problem. Liverpool, on the other hand, their fixtures... I know that Liverpool have got Man City very, very soon. So that is in game week... Oh, that's in game week 20... 28. 29, Everton versus Liverpool. Yeah, and then it's against Brighton. Oh, they'll have some fun against Brighton. They'll have some fun against Brighton. Oh, Hull are winning, Max. Sorry to spoil it for you. Zarori! There we are, Zarori, Max. If I've spoiled that for you, I apologise. Let me know. Yeah, Liverpool fixtures from Brighton onward, Everton onwards. So from game week 29. Everton, Brentford, Sheffield United, Man United. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then, yeah, and then it's Crystal Palace. I think Salah is pretty much almost like a must-have. I still... Bob trying to find Haaland. Quite difficult for Haaland. A nice team that's looking good is Newcastle, Luton, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Tottenham, Wolves. No, that's not. That's Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace, West Ham, Everton, Fulham. From game week 29, and they've got Chelsea away in 28. Here's Bob. Trying to find Phil Foden. Brentford on the counter-attack. Tony's offside. Tony's trying to find Visa, but Visa's well offside. Damn. Andy saying we're the worst in memory. What's that? Tony looks more likely to score than Haaland. Good. Yeah, I didn't make my point. Yeah, I'm not interested in Haaland. I've said it for weeks that I've only kept him because I've had to keep him. I'd rather have Kevin De Bruyne than Haaland. The thing with Haaland is that I just think you can spread your money better in better areas in our teams and still have consistent goal scorers up front. Watkins to name one. Solanke's one. But Solanke's definitely coming in for Haaland for me in double game week 28, because like I said, I'm going to have 2 free transfers and it'll be Solanke and Sinetti. They'll be coming in for me. I'm really happy with going forward with Arsenal. Really happy with Arsenal. Because of the way they're playing at the moment, there seems to be a bit of oomph about them. Max very, very happy with the way Hull are playing at the moment. Ferguson saying rotation will be the underdoing in my opinion for Man City. I fancy Arsenal to sneak it. I want Liverpool to win it for Klopp's sake. And then next season, let Arsenal win it. But obviously with Man City focusing, they always seem to focus wanting to win the Champions League in my opinion. Because they can beat anybody in the Premier League. But so far, Brentford are defending really, really well, by all accounts. It seems to be a case of defend well, get the ball up to Tony and Visa, they hold it up. Here we go, Man City on the attack again. Hold on. Silva wide. Silva's just put it wide. And Walker would have been the assister. Walker into Silva. Silva puts it wide. How's he missed that? I don't know, as Stuart Pearce is saying. I just don't understand. Imagine that, another Walker assist. Yeah, I agree with Kevin Kelly. I'm a City fan. Having more teams being competitive is much better for the league. 100%. 100%. Cameron thinks he's going to be bringing in Solanke for Haaland. It makes sense, to be honest with you. Max Roberts is on delay, so no spoilers. You have to ban me. Yeah, that's fine. Where are you in the Championship, just of interest? Eighth. You're not that far off. Bloody hell, that's tight, isn't it? Hold on. Oh. A Kanji with a shot. Fleck and save. Flecken's just denied Kanji. Yeah, Sunderland 47, Preston 49, Hull, Norwich, Coventry 51, West Brom 52. Yeah, Hull have won 4 in the last 6. With Man City on the ball at the moment. Diaz, Flecken, save. It's all going off now. Man City are really piling the pressure. Flecken saving again. Could this be the day where Flecken gets a 10-pointer? Hold on, Foden. Foden cleared by Visa. Not far from half time. Man City really putting the pressure on Brentford now. Flecken seems to be keep. Is Bob? Hold on. Oh, Bob off the line. Bob off the line. Ben me. Was that Silver? Oh no, Bob. Yeah, it was all Bob, and then Ben me comes through. Comes flying through. Cleared off the line by Ben me. This is crazy. Brentford defending for their lives. Andy's saying Haaland is about as useful as an old biscuit. Didn't you want me saying that at the end of it? Harry's saying there's a fun drinking game here. Every time Steve-O says hold on. Yes. Drink a shot of vodka. If Haaland blanks today, Cameron is saying, would it be the biggest triple captain blunders ever? I think I'm not. Well, I can say something, which the answer is yes. The simple answer is yes. But there's been worse. But then again, people bring up the Mane circumstances, and really, the guy got injured. The guy got injured. I still will maintain that a lot of people that are very good at this game, we've got two people here in Harry and Andy, they're very good at this game. And I mean, forget these two, you've got Lucas Dunn as well, doing exceptionally well. That really, and Animations is another one. There's a lot of people here that are doing very, very well, that have used the triple captaincy. They know what they're doing. For someone, in this specific case, Andy's saying, in Helen's case, largely captain to blank is insane. Wait a minute. Saying about how Helen was being pushed and pulled and it came out to Diaz, but it's gone out for a goal kick. The thing is that at the end of the day, Pep Guardiola, can he be thinking we've actually put in a very good performance, we don't need to be bringing anybody on? Or will he be thinking, actually, no, to hell with this. I need that creativity to split open that rock-solid Brentford defence. Let's bring on Kevin De Bruyne at half-time. We don't know. It seems to me, as it stands right now, Brentford are just defending exceptionally well. And it seems like they've possibly had the better opportunities. Man City have come close. But it's seeming like Man City are being very, very frustrated by Brentford. But what I will say is that of the two opportunities that Man City have had to really do some damage, it was nothing to do with Haaland. It was Oscar Bob and Phil Foden. Silva as well. He was another one actually that came close. He's another one that came close. Man City fans aren't happy with Flecken taking very long on his goal kick, which isn't good for me because that means that he could potentially get a yellow card. Flecken has now got a save point. Jason, if you're listening, Flecken has got a save point for us. So, Mane got injured in the first minute, Denver's saying. Yeah, what were the circumstances again, Denver? Was that on the stream that me, Az, and Nima did? And you want a mug, is that right? Well, we got another free kick for Brentford on the edge of the box. We've got another free kick on the edge of the box for Brentford. For Brentford, we got a goal kick on the edge of the box. And Tony already came, apparently within reason, pretty close. So Tony's going to step up and give the next one a go. Wait a minute, it's going to be Reguilon. Oh, let's just put it into the box. Oh. Oh, maybe it was on the edge of the box of Brentford's box, maybe. Onyeka coming close, Edison with the save. Ben Mee putting a cross in of all players, Onyeka heading the ball. Edison making a very good save apparently. Angle was apparently right in the corner. Full stretch for Edison. And Edison will have two. Well, he'll be on two saves. If Man City can just hold out. Oh, Brentford trying to hit on the counter again with Norgard. Trying to find Visa. Man City on the attack. Here's Silva. He's fallen over. Here's Foden. Saved by Flecken from Diaz. Flecken with another save, Jason. Was Flecken the one to captain all along? I know Andy says it all the time, but always go with the double game week players. But Jesus Christ, you look at our teams and we go, why don't I just go with the single ones? I say that, and my double game week players have done alright so far. Walker, Tony. What, 2? Yeah. Yeah. And I've got one player tomorrow in Dougherty. In fact, has anybody actually got anybody playing tomorrow? It's supposed to be Van Dijk is the one. Van Dijk, Bradley, Dougherty, and in Jason's case, Barkley. Morris, has anybody got Morris playing tomorrow? Anybody got Morris playing tomorrow? What other Liverpool? Diaz at a push? Yeah, Liverpool assets would be Diaz, Bradley. Oh, Kelly, I suppose. Van Dijk. I think people have more Luton players tomorrow than they will have Liverpool, I reckon. Animations saying Dougherty, Bradley and Kaminsky. Dougherty and Kaminsky. Dougherty, Diaz. I got Stones with an effort long range. Lots of Doughertys. Gabriel Dorop saying Bradley maybe for me. More Doughertys. Salah isn't playing, Cameron. It's very, very unlikely Salah playing. Highly unlikely Salah is going to play tomorrow. Kevin Kelly saying Bradley, Barkley and Salah. Yeah, Salah, forget it. Animations hopes that Luton turn Liverpool over. I hope not. I hope Liverpool absolutely annihilate them. 6-1 Dougherty goal. I'll take that. I think we've got another corner to Man City. Keyword being I think. Stones apparently with an effort, I think. Is anybody here not played their triple captaincy? Is there anybody watching this that hasn't used their triple captaincy this week? Yeah, Jason's got Van Dijk, Dougherty and Barkley, so he's going to be open for a 0-0. He's going to be desperate for a 0-0. Well, it wasn't a corner, it was a goal kick. And guess what? We've had an offside again. Brilliant. Stones has got a yellow card. Thank you, Gary. Juno didn't. Kevin Kelly didn't. Why isn't Salah playing? It's because apparently he's aggravated the hamstring injury and Klopp doesn't want to risk him. How did Haaland get on in game week 4 then? Let's have a look. That's half time. Half time. 0-0. How did Haaland do that week? Oh wow, 20 points. Who was he playing? Fulham at home. Oh, that's the one that I said for people to triple captain. You got a hat-trick. Hat-trick and an assist. And 3 bonus points. 20. It's not much though when you think about it. 20 points, is that it? For a hat-trick and assist. They're saying here that Brentford are really causing them problems. Well, let us know, people that are watching, how are you finding this first half? How are you finding this first half so far? Because that's, for me, that has flown by. I'm going to go and get a glass of water in a minute. Evening, Thomas. Again, we still got the second half. We've still got potential half-time substitutions from Man City. There is a small chance Kevin De Bruyne does come on. Andy's hoping Brentford to get something out of this game. Danny Boy's going to use it on Son on the last day. I'm trying to get that. I need to ask my supervisor about time off for the first day of the season. Well, the last day of this season, the first day, because I want to go to Fantasy Football Fest or FF Fest. I want to go, and yeah, I want to go to that. But I need to get the time off. Okay, so Tottenham on the last day of the season are at home to. They're away at Sheffield United. Arsenal at home to Everton. Nottingham Forest away at Burnley. There you are. Awoni. Luton at home to Fulham. Depends how well Spurs are playing at the moment. At the time, of course. Gabriel to what's working with the list with the game on. What do you do for work, Gabriel? Remind me. Just remind me what you do. Honestly, I wouldn't mind triple captaincy on the last day. I'm probably going to triple captain Solanke. I selfishly missed the bonus points pods about work. I've been doing them, but I've been doing loads of podcasts. In fact, what are you talking about? I've done, maybe not about work, but I can't, to be completely honest, since my quote scare at work, I don't really like talking about work these days because I just feel quite vulnerable. And in the extras, don't get me wrong, in the extras podcasts when they come out in March, there will be conversation pieces about work, but yeah, I mean, the last few I've done is about independent content creating, and the one that there is actually one out tomorrow. Back to work, and I had a big shock. People aren't training smart. Training as in gym training. That's out tomorrow. Yeah, most of it's just been about will we ever do an Elite FPL meetup? Me and Jason would love to do it. I'd love to do something that Planet FPL / FPL Juice do, but it's just the logistics of everything. On that note, I'm just going to quickly go for a second. While I am going, if you are brand new around here and enjoy the stuff that me and Jason do, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button. It really, we really do appreciate that if you are the fans of the work that we do. Also, if you are enjoying the stream, just simply hit the like button and away we go. I'm just going to quickly clear off for a split second. Just need to get some water and then I'll be back and then we'll just crack on. Leave some questions. Just leave some bloody questions to pass the next 10 bloody minutes. And we're back. Yeah, has anybody left any... Yeah, just quickly, just to add to that. The problem with once you get some form of scare at work about an individual has found out a YouTube channel that you do on the side, which can potentially link into other things, yeah, you feel quite vulnerable. And as I keep saying, I don't care if anybody discovers anything to do with Elite FPL. I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's something that I'm very passionate about doing. I'm very proud of the community that we've built. And yeah, I just enjoy this. Whereas the other stuff I do, it's kind of like, it's things that I talk about which you may not particularly like. And it also could be things that could get me into trouble. Not that I really say anything that's that. In fact, I don't say anything that's slanderous. I just tell the truth, but unfortunately, it's things that certain individuals wouldn't like to hear. Regarding the FPL meetup, yeah, it would be. I would love to do something like FPL Juice or Planet FPL do, which would be like a live watch along. I guess would be the. I've always thought about doing like a live watch along where me and Jason we've hired out a pub. We're streaming to you guys. But also with, however many people that are there being part of the watch along as well. I've always wondered about doing something like that. But again, it's just the logistics of it. It's virtually, not quite impossible, but it's virtually impossible. If I could learn one skill instantly, what would it be? Pat, what's your opinion on how much it costs the consumer to watch football on TV? It actually genuinely disgusts me. It actually angers me how much it costs the UK citizen to watch sport in general. I don't know the exact ins and outs of it, but paying for Sky, BT, Amazon, what else is there? I think they're the big three. You're talking nearly 70, 80 quid a month, my understanding is. And that's just to watch football. There are many people that love watching other sports as well, which you've got to pay even more money for. That's a joke. Who was my favourite teacher at school, Juno is saying? Again, favourite teacher at school, I hated school. Specifically the educational side of things. I'm not somebody that likes doing things that I don't enjoy doing and just having to sit there bored out of my mind listening to somebody telling me about things I actually do not care about. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Even when I was flaming having to do the training for Tesco for the delivery driver job, I wanted to blow my brains out having to sit in silence staring at some shitty a tablet, looking at videos about the values of Tesco's and how to be a delivery driver. It drove me insane. I hate it. Even when I was doing the e-learning for this latest job that I do, I just can't do it. I cannot stand doing things I just don't have any passion for. So you throw school in, and yeah, I just hated school. I loved it for like my friends and like playing football and sport in general, but educational side of things, I was horrific. I mean, I was absolutely horrendous. Cornet would have been a great player to get on loan. He's wasted at West Ham. Yeah, he's not. Number one, he's not young enough, and two, he's already played for us. So I don't think they actually want to do anything like that. If I lived in the UK, I'd get a season ticket for my local and just ignore paying for Sky. I pay a season ticket for my local. What, do you mean your local team, Andy? and just ignore paying for Sky. Is that what you mean, Andy? What is one concept you cannot understand no matter how hard you try? What do you mean by concept? This is my point. I'm thick. What do you mean by concept, Andy? Give an example and I'll be able to... That's Andrew Ferguson. What do you mean by concept? And I'll give you an answer. How do you feel about... How do you feel about the Norwich town centre being more and more pedestrianised? Shut up. Andy's saying, do you read? No, I again, I can't stand it. I have no interest in audio. Audio I really, really enjoy. It's why I've always found podcasting fascinating, because ever since I discovered podcasts in 2014 with the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, I just found it so interesting that you had Stone Cold speaking to his mate Ted Fowler and just chatting about everyday things for as long as he could be bothered to talk about. Some episodes were like an hour long, some were 3 hours long. And it was his best mate just chatting about hunting. And I kind of then realised, like, this is really, really interesting hearing the real Stone Cold Steve Austin. And it was just very, I don't know, very therapeutic and just really, really enjoyable. And then obviously you develop into other wrestling podcasts where I discovered PW Torch, and that was because of the Talk Sport wrestling show that they did, because they had Wade Keller come on and I found him fascinating. So I started listening to PW Torch, and then when they said that they do articles for a website, I'm just like, I'm not interested, just do an audio podcast, which they did do. I still, to this day, that's one of the very, very, very few things in life I've regretted for not paying for, and that was PW Torch. I know Ray pays for Ring Rust Radio, who he was, but for me, not signing up to PW Torch and paying for their services with all the podcasts that they used to do extra when I was really into wrestling back in 2014, 15, well, between it would have been 2015, up till 2018, I was really, really invested in wrestling, like proper invested in it, specifically WWE and NXT. And I was just obsessed with PW Torch, and I wish I'd just paid the $9.99 a month for their services to get ad-free podcasts and additional podcasts and stuff. Yeah, and reading has just never appealed to me. I just get bored. The only book, in fact, this actually relates with you, Andy. The only book that I've actually read, 2 books, was the fantasy football, what's it called? Wildcard. It's upstairs. No, it's not. It's back at home. Wasting Your Wildcard by David Munday. Read that. I read that 3 times over. I found that really interesting. And also Oliver Crocker's The Bill book. I read that as well. That was really interesting. I suppose books that are really of like a real serious interest to me, I could read. But certainly I couldn't go away to read like I don't know a Stephen King novel, for argument's sake. Well, we are coming back to the second half, so settle in. Hopefully it ends 0-0. I reckon you would love philosophy, Steve-O. Working on at Primark killed my faith in people. I think retail makes you realise how bad humans really are. There are no changes, by the way. Hold on. Wait. Flecken potentially with another save. Yeah, retail really makes you question the human species. It's awful. Andy making the point, yeah, he would go and pay a season ticket for his local team. Yeah, good on you. Chris Judge saying, long time since I've been on here. Still got my Elite FOL mug from winning the first ever Manager of the Month prize. Christ, that would have been... Well, where have you been? It's brilliant, isn't it? An original hasn't seen us since for 4 years. Welcome back. Which Premier League player would you like to have on a podcast, and which wrestler? I don't really care for footballers. I find footballers really boring. They don't open up. I mean, I watched that David Beckham... Well, sorry. I watched 2 episodes of the David Beckham episode, and it's all right. I mean, I think I said it the other day. I really appreciate their genuine love for one another between David and Victoria, and it was quite interesting looking at the history of David Beckham, but I just don't really find it that interesting. I mean, the only interesting thing I've seen of a Premier League footballer was Maddison. He's on the Stephen Hendry Q-Tips YouTube channel, and it was actually really weird seeing Maddison in his own home playing snooker with Stephen Hendry and being really humble and clearly in awe of Stephen Hendry. You can see how young he is. Like, when you're seeing him on TV, he doesn't look that young, but when you see him with Stephen Hendry, bloody hell, you really can tell how young he is. Cameron's saying, thank God I don't work in retail anymore. Yeah, by weird coincidence, someone that I know from Tesco, he reached out to me today, and I just keep reiterating to him, get the fuck out of the job. He won't. Just leave. It's whenever I only shop at Lidl now because it's all I can afford. Not that there's anything wrong with Lidl. In fact, if you want a tip from Lidl, I kind of went off the diet. I decided, look, for today I'm going to have some sweet treats. And I just wanted to try their chocolate twists. Lidl's chocolate twists are fucking phenomenal. Buy them. They're only 69p. Buy 100 of them. They are delicious. But wrestler-wise, here come Brentford on the counter-attack. Turn on the left. Here's Reguilon. Reguilon's got the ball. Can they do anything with this? No. He's just overhit the bloody ball. Damn it. Wrestlers are always interesting. I mean, off the top, I always... In fact, on a Bang Bang podcast, they asked the same question. Well, which 3 wrestlers would you invite to your Christmas party or Christmas dinner? And I said Stone Cold Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar and CM Punk. And Andy's response was, that'll be fun. If you haven't checked out the Bang Bang podcast, Andy is a wonderful... How many Andys have we got here watching as well? He's such a brilliant guy, Andy. I love Andy. I keep saying Andy. I love him. I love him to bits. He's a brilliant guy. He's one of those people that I could honestly chat with for hours, because we got so much in common. You know, when you've got like a really good rapport with someone. I had that with Ricky Saunders, the Tottenham correspondent for Planet FPL. Just an instant rapport, and really, really interesting meeting him. Marcus saying he enjoyed the Maddison one. Bilal, hello. He's saying here his Q-Tips videos are really insightful, not just on footballs. It's okay. I wish they didn't edit it as much. I really wish they just left them playing and that's it. But of course they got to adhere to that. Edit. Everything's got to be all in one go. Matty Cash was on there. I don't mean I don't subscribe to it. I didn't realise that. Lucas Dunn saying, I can't wait till my Darwin outscores triple Captain Haaland. Don't count your chickens yet. PK7 saying Little Chocolate is unreal cheap as well. Do you know, I was going to buy their finest stuff, funny enough. Marcus also agreeing. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Flecken does get a yellow. It's happened before. Marcus saying Mick Foley would be good. I don't like Mick Foley. I'm one of the very, 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 very few people on this planet that it just goes over my head. Just goes over my head. PK7 saying I'd want Tristrat, Lisa, or one of the Bella twins. Do you know, the Bella twins are legitimately absolutely stunning. Especially Nikki Bella is fucking phenomenal. Every time I saw her for the 2011 WWE, I was just blown away by the way she looked. Josh Havel saying, I hope I don't jinx it. I just want to say thank you. You're the only reason I didn't triple Captain Hallen. I'm so glad I listened. Again, do not count your chickens yet, Josh. Don't count them yet. Even John. Again, we're only at the fifth minute of the second half. Maybe 10 minutes into, maybe 8 minutes into the second half. Remember what happened against Everton? Remember that. I never grew up with the Attitude Era wrestling, but appreciate what they've done. Put it this way, the Attitude Era was at a time in which it just adhered to what pop culture was happening at the time and how young people were at the time, and they just got everything. It's like with anything, isn't it? They just hit at the right time, and that's why it just blew. Oh, Man City have given the ball away. Visa's been fouled. Brentford with a free kick. Yeah, it's like with anything. It just landed slap bang at the right time for everybody to enjoy, and they nailed it. I mean, I've done the history lesson on the Attitude Era, and it's got its good moments and it's got some really, really bad moments. But the stuff with The Rock and Stone Cold and Vince McMahon is just phenomenal. Ping balling all around for Brentford, but it's cleared. We've got a goal kick for Man City. Yeah, we've had, if I click on the right screen here, we're getting towards the hour mark. We're approaching the hour mark. Stones and Ben Mee with yellow cards. Here's Brentford charging forward. Gutted I didn't realise I could join the Trophy League. Well, when did you join? Well, it doesn't really matter now, but the Trophy League, that's, you had to join by, I can't remember, but I'm pretty certain you didn't join as Patreon until after. I'm pretty certain of that. Yep, the game is back on, Podner. Yeah, they're going to score at some point. It's a fact, Juno. The Rock and Roman Reigns stuff is great right now. Defo see The Rock costing Roman the title. So yeah, if it's going to happen, of course it bloody is. To be fair, I did watch the full segment of The Rock and Roman Reigns, or more specifically just The Rock, and I must admit I really did enjoy it for what it was. And I think the good thing about The Rock is that he's really doing what he used to do when he was the corporate champion. He's very good, The Rock. Dwayne is very, very good at what he does. What's my favourite WrestleMania of all time? I will always say the one which is just closest to my heart, WrestleMania 2000. I love the story. I love the storyline that built up to the McMahon Helmsley regime fatal 4-way. I think it's, well, I watched it live at the time, and I also rewatched it as a history recently. Well, I say recently, 5-6 years ago, and then actually last year or the year before I did it, and it's very, very good. The promo work those 4 did is, 8 people did, but mainly The Rock, McMahon, Triple H, Shane, just stunning. Absolutely stunning. What was the one thing people never guess about you? There's one thing that I could say, but I'm not going to say it now. I've said it on the Total Steve the podcast, but I'm not going to say it on here. Do you think WWE will get hurt by the Vince scandal? Nope. Nope, not at all. In fact, it's almost like, to be completely honest with you, with WWE, it's like it's never happened. But I don't watch it, and I don't watch WWE anymore. I don't really have any... In fact, I have zero interest in wrestling these days. It's just too... It's too fake. I can't deal with how fake it is. It's to the point of where it's almost like parody, and I can't stand it. And that applies to AEW as well. I just can't deal with it, to be honest with you. Animation thinking WrestleMania 41, the Roman Reigns versus The Rock. It depends how long The Rock's around for. Is he only doing this because he... Is he only doing this because he is not working in movies at the moment? The Rock is in the tier of his own in certain aspects of the business. Yeah, I mean, from a promo point of view, he is phenomenal. I think Andrew, are you have you had a few sherbets tonight? You seem to be coming out with a lot of philosophical lines tonight. Max saying, I'm incredibly proud of Hull tonight, watching this game, brave and taking the fight to the better team than us away from home. Grafton, that's all we want as fans, yeah. Tell that to Vincent Company. Bob, there is a match going on, but there's nothing happening. To be... Yes, Andy. Have you seen what he's writing here? Not that I've got it on the screen, but... I'm trying to think where I've got a few sherbets from. Have you had a few sherbets? It's from... Wait a minute, someone's been booked. I think it may be a kanji. I think. Is it a... No, it's... Well, it's not a kanji then. It's a free kick for Man City. Brilliant. Silver's just kicked the ball out of play. Brilliant. VC yellow. Okay. No, it's not. It's not Max and Paddy. A few sherbets. It's something... I can't remember what the bloody hell it's from. I've been really enjoying your podcasts on Spotify. I enjoy doing them. I Another drunken stream, Andy. Yeah. So the podcasts I do, I mean, I'm really hoping that people tune into the extras ones, and because remember when I do the extras / office ones, it's not. I mean, obviously the office is the backdrop for it, but it's more me talking about experiences that I've had in real life, and just comparing it to what happens in the office / extras. And the extras one is coming out in March at some point. I've already recorded 3. Yesterday when I did it, I was literally laughing my head off at some of the scenes from the Kate Winslet episode. It's so funny. But what I'm hoping is if people haven't watched extras, that they go out their way to watch it. BBC iPlayer, because I think extras is probably more appealing to the general audience, the general public. It's a lot more broader and it's a lot more sillier. And if people like my mum can watch extras, I think anybody that's never seen it probably would as well. But yeah, like I get like tomorrow's podcast, for example, is just about how I've been enjoying work since I've got back, and just talking about people at the gym and how they just don't. 63 minutes 0-0. I still think. How do you think this game's going to end? Let us know in the chat. How do you think this game's going to end? I'm going to go 2-0 to City. I'm still going to go 2-0 to City. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be about people that just don't know how to train properly, and like just watching individuals in the gym and just seeing what goals that they're clearly trying to achieve, but they're not achieving it because they're not training correctly. The last 3, support your favourite independent content creators, the difficulties of being a content creator, an independent one, and stop complaining if you don't like, just turn off. And that's aimed at people like my brother, who constantly complain about things regarding specifically podcasts, but still continue listening to it. Now, I always make this point that when it comes to independent content creators, and for instance, I listen to this Simpsons podcast. Edison onto Haaland knocked down to Foden. It's been dealt with by Brentford, Reguilon specifically. And here comes Brentford charging forward. Can Brentford get something on this counter-attack? Oh, Doku's on Alex. What? So Bob's gone off for Doku then? Oh, that must have happened. Yeah, Doku's come on for Bob. Oh, that happened in the 61st minute. Oh, that's what he was talking about, Bob, earlier. Right. But yeah, I was listening to a Simpsons podcast, and the audio was appalling. And like, this person had done like 140 episodes, and it was like he didn't know what he was doing. And I just thought, the only reason why I listened to it is because he was just podcasting with Werner Blog. He was just chatting with Danny and James, and that's the only reason I listened to it. But to be completely frank, I'd never listen to it again. It was shocking. And that was like a more later on episode. So if you haven't even cracked it by the 150th episode, then God help you. Talking about... They're wondering if Ben Mee's okay to continue. There could be a substitution possibly. Andy asking, is that from Max and Paddy, a few sherbets? Honestly, it's definitely not from that. Andy, if Tony scores a winner, I'm knee sliding the kitchen. Harry's thinking 0-0. Andy's thinking 0-0. Scotty D 1-0. No, Andy, I've not seen extras. If I hate the UK office, I think I'm going to have to time you out, mate. trust me, extras and office are nothing like one another. They're nothing like one another. Extras is more sillier. It's celebrities essentially playing an exaggerated version of themselves but taking the piss out of themselves. It is fantastic. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. In fact, you don't even need to watch it in order. Just watch the Les Dennis episode, which is episode 4, series 1. Series 1, episode 4. Just watch that episode. If you do not like that episode, then you won't like extras, which really, 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 really would annoy me because it is stunning extras. Podcast Short saying, could this be the worst double game week ever? Sorry, I've just seen what Andy's just put. If that's true. If that's true. I'm not going to read it out, but if that's true, that is hilarious. Could this be the worst double game week ever? Well, not necessarily for me, but potentially, yeah. Andrew first saying, are people really at the gym for the same reason you are? Most people that go to the gym are going there to try and improve themselves. I don't care if it's there to make themselves look more aesthetically pleasing, to make themselves fitter, to make themselves stronger, to improve their mobility, whatever modality they do. But you can see what people are trying to achieve. And I always make this point that most people, guys, they usually are in there to get big, but they don't train the way in which to get big, and also they don't eat enough food to get big. So they don't grow, so they're just wasting time. It's just, going to the gym and like taking that as an example, they're just simple mathematical equations, but unfortunately people just aren't, ironically, reading books, or in this case, just using information available. But the problem is, like with FPL, there's just so much information out there. People just get confused. They don't know what to do. And I don't blame people for not understanding what to do, because they just get too confused. Tony's got a yellow card, has he? After Burnley, who is your favourite team in the Premier League? Liverpool. In fact, it's not Liverpool per se, it's just teams that excite me when I watch them, and Liverpool is one of them. It used to be Chelsea, but now it's Liverpool. PK7 saying, I've noticed a real improvement in your audio, obviously going back a long time with the ball lost inside Brentford's box then, but it's cleared. I've noticed a real improvement in your audio, obviously going back, this goes back a long way with the pods. Yeah, well, the first podcast that the first audios that I was doing was on that other microphone that I had. This microphone here is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this is just me turning the volume down on the OBS on the laptop, so you can't really hear me now. In fact, you won't barely be able to hear anything. So I'm just going to put the audio level up to where I normally I have it full blast here. I normally have it there. And interestingly enough, when I occasionally listen back to the streams or whatever, I listen to the audio back to see what it's like, and like, bloody... Wait a minute, here's Haaland. Here we go, on to Alvarez. Haaland scored. Haaland has scored. Sounds like Alvarez with the assist. Counter attack from Man City. Haaland scores. I think Alvarez has got the assist. I think. Well, Brentford have held out for 70 odd minutes. 73, 74 minutes. Mopay is on. Yeah, Tony got a yellow card in the 68th minute. Wow. Thankfully, I've captained Tony. I've captained Haaland, so I don't really... I mean, to be honest, this goal really doesn't bother me. It's more... I mean, what's that? An additional 6, 7, 8, 9 points if he gets the 3 bonus, which I'm assuming he would do. At that point, it's then just a case of, well, I've missed out on Tony with an effort. Yeah, so Haaland on 3, Akanji on 2. Well, there's been no assists given so far on FPL. I don't know if anybody's watching. So Haaland 3, Akanji 2, Walker on 1. Flecken is on 5 saves. How are you feeling about that goal? Yeah, there's been no assist given for that goal at all. Even on who scored, haven't given them an assist. Well, Flecken's made a mistake. He made a mistake, but he's fine. He's made up for that. PK7 saying that's not good for triple captainers. For non-triple captainers. To be honest, it's 9 points. I don't care. I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. Well, they're all saying here Alvarez assist. There's been nothing unless FPL on X have given it. There's nothing on here, but I'm assuming Alvarez has been given it. Ferguson saying hasn't justified playing the triple captaincy yet. Agreed. I do agree with that. Manchester Reds is hoping one more goal. I would not be surprised. He's not happy with the 1 goal though. Yeah, we know about the Liverpool news. Manchester Reds. Nunes hasn't travelled. Yeah, it's now been given. Yeah, Alvarez with the assist, as expected. I thought he got the assist. I heard he was sent through. So, well, if you're happy with Haaland with the goal, why not hit the like button? To be fair, I'm hoping it just ends 1-0. 1-0 would be absolutely perfect from my point of view. In fact, 1-0 would be the perfect result, and we are approaching full time. What does price lock mean regarding Salah? It means that he can't be going up in price or down, but I think that only lasts for a few days. It's a load of nonsense, but it's just over a few days. Animations. Jason has been very unlucky with the KDB captaincy. It was a punt, and I think it was worthy of the punt, but you can't account for... This is when I did the Patreon podcast yesterday about luck and skill and whatever in this game. I was talking about, for instance, my luck in this game, and I've been very unlucky this season. And you can apply this now to Jason with the luck. Like, you cannot account for what's happened with Kevin De Bruyne today. Or even on Sunday, when they last played. Saturday, wasn't it, against Chelsea? But tonight, if what Andy's saying is true, it is very, very unlucky. Really unlucky. Remember, he was going to play his bench boost. Andrew finds it staggering that Alvarez has played every single Premier League game so far. No, when you're a top quality player and you're key to everything Manchester City do, and Pep Guardiola has trust in you, you are gonna. Oh, here comes Mope on to Tony, or looking for Tony. Waste of time. Absolute waste of time. Here we go. Oh, nearly given away to Haaland then. Brentford are making changes. Regulon coming off and Janelt coming off for Jensen and Lewis Potter. The question is, does Kevin De Bruyne come on? Lucas saying he knows someone that did a -12 just to get Kevin De Bruyne. That's just madness. I only have Kevin De Bruyne in Champions League. Glad I captained him in that. Yeah, these other fantasy games, sometimes you can get away with captaining other people other than the more popular choices. Sky is a perfect example of that. But yeah, doing a -12 just if it is just to be doing a -12 just to get Kevin De Bruyne, that's just absolute madness. Animation saying that KDB won't be coming on. What makes you say that? Why risk him when he'll play against Bournemouth? Yeah, that's very, very true. In fact, my point regarding double-digit hauls, we all expect a player to get a double-digit haul against X, Y, and Z. They never do, but then they do it in the following game, whether it's the FA Cup, Champions League, Carabao Cup, it doesn't matter. Well, next game is against Bournemouth. You know who's going to get a double-digit haul? KDB, and so will Haaland. And we're all going to say it. Why didn't I triple captain Haaland against Bournemouth? Why didn't I triple captain Haaland a KDB against Bournemouth? Happens every single year. Right, Harry's saying, okay, so Andy was, not that I'm doubting what Andy was saying, but KDB didn't warm up in pre-game and didn't do any warm-up on the sideline at all. Wow, well, okay. Wait a minute, Walker into Haaland. Ah, offside. I don't know if it was Haaland or someone else, but Walker definitely with the assist. Apparently it's very, very tight. It's gone to VAR, but it's very, very tight. But Walker definitely with the assist. I don't know who scored. I think it was Haaland. But Walker, I think, has got he definitely has got the assist if it stands. And it will be a Haaland goal if it goes in. If it stands. It's still 1-0. Okay, well, that's a bit annoying because I've got Walker, and Walker... The thing is, this is why this triple captaincy doesn't really bother me, because I just miss out on that. But because I've got, in this specific case, Walker, it's almost cancelling it out. Almost. But will Haaland last the whole game? I'm assuming he will. I mean, we've got what? I'm guessing 10 minutes left total, including stoppage time. Should we be wary of earning too many doublers next time out? No. I think that this game week has been... I think this game week has been very unfortunate to any owners of City assets. They had two brilliant games. But unfortunately, they've come up against two teams that have done very, very well. I mean, Haaland, by all accounts, had an off day against Chelsea. And today, Brentford have just defended exceptionally well. But it is 1-0 to Man City still. And truth be told, when it comes to double game week 28, I am literally going to have three. And one of them is going to be Doherty. So I'll have Solanke and Senesi. I'll have Solanke and Senesi going into that double game week. I'm happy with it, and I'm probably going to be triple captain in Solanke. I just need one more save point from Flecken. That'd be amazing. Max is a bit annoyed by Tony Yellow. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, Lucas saying this double game week has been a huge anomaly, especially with Trent Nunez. Oh, here we go. Man City in the attack again. Walker has got a yellow card. I thought he did. I thought I did hear that. Yeah, Walker with a yellow. Seven minutes left, so I'm guessing probably about 12 minutes left. Yeah, like you say, you can't account for any of these injuries. Yeah, Walker being booked is a bit... Well, that is annoying because he was on the bonus, but now he's probably going to drop out. Very, very frustrating, that. Now I'll just take 1-0. Now I'll just take 1-0. We've got it. I think if it ends 1-0 because of this exceedingly strong, solid Brentford performance and a complete cock-up by all accounts by Asia. Haaland onto Foden. Now here's Walker into Silva. It's come to nothing. Kanji thinking he could do something, but he hasn't. But yeah, the Walker yellow is a bit of a pain in the arse, but here we go. Here's Haaland. It's almost like when he scores, it's like he just decides to pick up the pace. Well, it may not be a brilliant performance, but they've got the job done. Well, as it stands right now, Haaland 3, Akanji 2, Edison on 1 bonus point. I'll tell you what, if Flecken was to get maybe 2 or 3 more saves, he could be jumping in the bonus points. He's only 3 BPS off Edison. How are you watching the chat though? There is no... How are there spoilers? There are no spoilers here. I don't even have chat on the screen. And if you're choosing to read the chat, I don't see the point in complaining about it. Just don't look at the chat. I don't look at it. Whenever I watch live streams, I never look at the chat. It's a waste of time. Oh wow, Lucas Dunn is because of double. Yeah, if you owned Arsenal or Brighton, you've done very well this weekend. Oh, wait a minute, Estupinan did nothing. Harry saying, to be fair, Walker doesn't deserve any bonus. He got a dodgy assist last game. Hey, don't be bitter. Gary's got 101 points this game week. I don't think I've even had 100 points this season. And he's desperate for a Haaland return. So we've got about 6 minutes left, I'm guessing, in this game. Yeah, 991. Yeah, about 9 or 10 minutes left of this game, including stoppage time. And honestly, without keep going over and over and over it, this is a massive win for non-triple captainers. If it ends like this. I've missed out on 9 points. That's all I see it as. I've missed out on 9 points. And I think for people, once you realise that you're only missing out on an X amount of points, it doesn't feel as bad. It doesn't feel as bad missing out on just X amount of points. Especially when you've captained the same player, specifically in this case, in Haaland. I mean, my fight with Jason, so he's on 40, as it stands right now, he's on 46 points. I'm on 68. I've still got Doherty tomorrow, and he's got Doherty, Barkley and Van Dijk tomorrow. And what he's going to be hoping for is Luton to score with Barkley, because Barkley is the big differential in that game. It wouldn't surprise me being an ex-Evertonian. Very unlucky with that last second effort header. Flecken, another save. Flecken has just got another save point. I meant tonight. I'm not really bothered about. So he's got 6 points for the goal. 4 points for the goal. 2 points for the appearances, so that's 6, and then 3 bonus 9. So I miss out on 9 points. Why would you bench Walker though, Cameron? What reason would you bench Walker? It's a double game week. That's just, never bench your double game weekers. I mean, there are some obscure cases, like I'm pretty certain Mr. Reed, he's got some single players on his, was it this week or last week? Maybe not. I mean, he captained De Bruyne. Jason, if you are listening, Mr. Reed captained De Bruyne, and you know what, with Mr. Reed and his captaincies. I remember how angry I got that time when I found out that Mr. Reed had captained my player. I was so angry, and of course it blanked, and the player that I wanted to captain came through. Just sounds like Man City are trying to get that second goal. Here we go. Here's Doku. He's coming forward, and then of course he slows down. Here we go. 10 seconds of normal time, and then it's going to be what, 5 minutes stoppage. 4 or 5 minutes for stoppage time, and then that'll be the end of it. Can Brentford just hold out? Can Brentford just hold out for this 1-0 loss? And again, a team which Man City just don't enjoy playing. Flecken is now on 7 saves, and he's now on the bonus point, Jason. He's now level on bonus points with Edison. I'll tell you what, Jace. Wait a minute. Here we go. Man City on the attack. Oh, Foden's missed the target. Flecken apparently may have got a touch. Apparently Flecken's done really, really well there to deny Foden. That's extraordinary. Extraordinary. I thought both Chelsea and Brentford were going to score. Didn't account for the assist in the Chelsea game. Christ. Yeah, but the thing is, Max, is that you are dealing with however many people are choosing to watch the stream, and as much as I or any other members of the community want to tell people not to spoil, people will spoil. I mean, I don't think there's that. In fact, there isn't that many spoilers in this chat. In fact, I haven't really seen any. I mean, I've been within reason watching it. I mean, I'm pretty much about as live as it gets regarding this stream. So, oh God, here's Man City again. Foden. Oh, Haaland coming close. Saved by Flecken. Jason, if you are watching this, Flecken could be our saviour. Flecken could actually be our saviour. You can't make it up. He's cleared it up to Tony. The answer's no. Here's Doku onto Foden. Into Haaland. But it's come to nothing. He's going for a goal kick. This is crazy. Flecken could be the highest scoring double game week. Well, no, I suppose Walker is for me, but I don't even know how many minutes of stoppage. How many minutes of stoppage time are there? I'm assuming it was like 4, 5. Am I right in thinking that this is going to be the exact same score that Haaland got last year in the double game week? Last year. Gary Hallowell, 6 minutes. Marcus saying, I said Raya over Flecken. To be fair, I still wish I had Raya. That's the truth. I still wish I had Raya. Because he plays for the better team. And Jim Ratcliffe has now completed his takeover or co-ownership of Man United. Not that I know anything about that situation, but any Man United fans out there? Andy? So Jim Ratcliffe has now officially become co-owner of Man United. I don't know what that means for Man United, but I'm sure Mark Goldbridge will have his things to say. But you do get a guaranteed game week 29 with Flecken. I'm sure you do with Raya. No? Oh no, because they've got Chelsea, haven't they? Yeah. Here's Tony. I'd rather Tony score just for the Premier League point. Here's the 95th minute. Yeah, Flecken has now got 6 points. It's going to be a long throw for Brentford. Can they get a draw? This will be amazing. He's on 9 saves, Jason, and he's on a bonus point. He's on a bonus point, Jason. Haaland 3, Akanji 2, Flecken 1, but Haaland is only 1 point ahead of Akanji. Haaland clears it. There's a corner for Brentford. Corner for Brentford in the final minute. Can Flecken score? Flecken has come up. Oh God, I don't want to listen to this because. Could you imagine Flecken scoring? They've got every player up for this corner. It's cleared, sent back in. Flecken tries a shot. And he's been yellow carded for fouling Rodri. I mean, oh God, unbelievable. He gets a yellow card for miss-kicking a ball and taking out Rodri. All he had to do was kick a ball and he's hit the flaming player instead. Unbelievable. So he went from 5 points, 6 points today, to now, just 5. 4 in fact. What a prat. Ollie's saying, don't forget the bonus points we tweet after the game, so don't look too much into it. It's ended 1-0. It's ended 1-0. Oh, what an annoying moment that's been. Flecken getting a yellow card the last second. Literally the last boot of the bloody game. And it ends me on 68 points tonight with Doherty to play. Well, a simple slip from Aya has cost Brentford a point. They've done so bloody well. Apparently, Haaland is now down to 2 bonus points. I mean, that's even more bigger for my point of view. That's even more extraordinary. It means I'm only missing out on 8 points. It means I'm only missing out on 8 points if it still stays that way. And Flecken looks like he's still going to get the bonus, Jason, if Jason's even listening. Akanji 3, Haaland 2, Flecken with 1. That yellow card. Oh, that's a sickener. Tom Morell saying, I'm going to triple captain a total randomer next season. Yeah, well, there are moments in the season where you can go, I reckon I could triple captain this point. And I have said it on the Elite FPL streams before in the previews. I've said, look, if you want to use your triple captaincy, whenever it was, do it. And I'm pretty certain I said the Fulham game. Right then. What can I say? Thank you. Thank you for taking the time out to listen in, watch. However you consume tonight's stream, thank you for the conversation. That's what it's there for, to create conversation. And yeah, I want to get going like all of you guys do. Yeah, so thanks as ever for tuning into the Man City versus Brentford watch along. It ended 1-0, as you all know. As ever, if you've enjoyed the stream, just simply hit the like button. If you are brand new around here, enjoy the stuff that myself and Jason do, simply hit the subscribe button. If you want to support the show financially, you just want to say thank you, you can go to Patreon, and there's 3 tiers. You can join for free, which means you get nothing. The second tier, which is $1.99, is just to say thank you. And next season, you would be, if you are still a Patreon, for $1.99, you would be put in on the Patreon league. But if you're a $4.99 member, you get additional content. And there's not going to be a podcast tomorrow because I'm at work all day. I'm at work all day tomorrow, so unfortunately I can't actually do a podcast tomorrow. But there'll probably be one on Thursday. And certainly there's always additional content from myself on the Patreon. That's $4.99. You get entered into a trophy league where, can you guess what you win? Yeah, a t-shirt. Yeah, you win a trophy. So once again, it's just again to say thanks for your support, and if you're in it to win something, there you are, there's the option. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. I just want to go and relax, and well, I've got to wake up early tomorrow anyway. So, as ever, cheers for watching, and I will see you all whenever I next see you. See you later.